ගරු Gajendrakumar Ponnampalam මැතිතුමා ඔබතුමාට විනාඩි 5ක කාලයක් තියෙනවා.
I thank you, Madam Chairperson. When we talk of international agreements, Madam, and when it comes to the Tamil people, one of the most important agreements that concerns the Tamil people is the Indolanka Accord. The Indolanka Accord was signed between the Indian government and Sri Lanka. The primary purpose of the accord was to address the Tamil national question. So if you look at the substantive part of the accord, it talks of various issues with regards to finding a solution to the ethnic problem. Whilst one of the gravest shortcomings of the accord was not to make the Tamil people a party to it, by not doing so, India as a country that intervened on behalf of the Tamil people has an added burden to make sure that that accord that it signed in the name of the Tamil people is fully upheld. But the reality, Madam Chairperson, is something different, unfortunately. The fact is, whilst the accord was signed, the Sri Lankan government purported to implement that accord or the provisions of the accord, the substantive part of the accord, through the 13th Amendment to the Constitution and the Provincial Councils Act. Now, when this, both the amendment, 13th Amendment and the Provincial Councils Acts were submitted to this House as a bill, in the form of a bill, the then leading Tamil political formation, the TULF, wrote to Sri Rajiv Gandhi, the Prime Minister of India, and the letter was dated the 28th of October 1987, and it was signed by Mr. Sivasidambaram, Mr. Amrithalingam, and Mr. R. Sambandhan, who is an honourable member of this House at the moment. And they go on to say this. Sorry?
You have 2 more minutes.
It goes on to say this. Now the legislation is sought to be foisted on us without any Indian expert playing a part in the drafting. The TULF expects all along that a copy of the draft legislation would be made available to the Government of India at some reasonable time before it was made public. Apprehending that this might not happen, a delegation of the TULF met with President Jayawardena on the 29th of September 1987 and made this formal request. We regret the bills were gazetted without being made available to the Government of India. This is not merely a cavalier treatment of India, but a clear breach of para 2.15 of the agreement. And they conclude, Madam Chairperson, by saying, in view of the above, we earnestly request you to ask President Jayawardena not to proceed with the 2 bills in Parliament in the present form till the matters referred to are discussed and resolved to the satisfaction of the Tamil people. So there is a massive gap, Madam Chairperson, between the Indolanka Accord and the 13th Amendment. We are a party that rejects the 13th Amendment, and we reject it on the basis that it doesn't even form a starting point to finding a solution to the Tamil national question. But the honourable members opposite, His Excellency the President and the Honourable Prime Minister, might be thinking that just because the Tamil people reject the 13th Amendment, that they have an opportunity to throw away the accord. That will never happen. That will never happen, because the accord is something totally different and the 13th Amendment is something totally different. The 13th Amendment was an interpretation, a unilateral interpretation of the Indolanka Accord by the government of the day. And therefore, Madam Chairperson, I'm winding up. And therefore, Madam Chairperson, whilst we reject the 13th Amendment as not even a starting point to finding a solution to the Tamil national question, the accord is something that we will not reject. On the contrary, we will hold India to account to make sure that it upholds the provisions of the accord in order to recognize Tamil nationhood in this country and to find a viable political solution that is acceptable to the Tamil people. Thank you.